Hello and welcome back to another episode of Jules on the Couch. It is past midnight, but here I am filming because I need to make a video. I need to make a video for you guys. Thank you for joining wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. I am just happy that you joined. Real quick, we are going to take a sip of our liquid death, squeeze to death. Today, I wanted to talk about post-betrayal syndrome. Why I wanted to talk about this today was because when you go through betrayal in your life from somebody that is extremely close to you, it can truly ruin your trust for people in the future, and it will impact your future relationships. The main betrayal that I wanted to focus on today was cheating. And the reason I wanted to focus on cheating was because I have been cheated on in my past. And this was a one-time thing. It happened when my ex went to Vegas on a family trip, and he went to a strip club and he paid for a private dance, and I found out later that he got a blowjob. So when I found that out, I broke up with him and I left, and I would never date somebody that has cheated, and I don't want to ever have to deal with that ever in my life ever again. I will never deal with that ever again. And if I ever come across or date somebody who does cheat on me, goodbye. Like that's just it. And that's what it should be for everybody. If you've been cheated on, you should break up with that person and leave, because if they can cheat on you once, they will cheat on you again. Dealing with betrayal from someone can be traumatic, right? And I was watching a bunch of different TED Talks trying to learn, why does the feeling of betrayal sit with you for so long? And the reason why I thought that it sat with me for so long was because it's something that I obviously, like, you can't wrap your head around it, basically. There's no real answer to why someone did the thing that they did to hurt you, because they didn't do it to hurt you, believe it or not. They did it out of their own insecurities or their own, whatever it is that they're dealing with within themselves, or they're just a shitty person. There doesn't always have to be some deep meaning. They could just be a shitty person. And also, if there is a reason, like, oh, they're deeply insecure or they're dealing with trauma because their parent cheated on their mom or something like that, I get it. People deal with those things and it might make them a cheater when they get older, but that's not an excuse as to why it should be accepted for somebody to cheat. No matter what, it's a betrayal and it is extremely hurtful, obviously, to the person on the other end. And something that I just wanted to say was, again, like in my situation, it had nothing to do with me. To me, it had to deal with the other person and their insecurity and also just stupidity of putting themselves in a situation where they would be in the perfect storm to cheat. Does that make sense? Like, if you don't want to cheat on your partner ever, then you're not going to put yourself in situations where you would cheat. Like, and even if you were in situations where someone could cheat or would cheat, it's like that person still wouldn't cheat because they're just not a cheater. Do you know what I mean? And there's those people that just want to respect their partner, so they don't even want to put themselves in any type of situation, like going to a club, getting super drunk, being around a bunch of other, girls or guys or people that they might be very attracted to, they steer clear of those situations. Once you deal with betrayal, you're also kind of dealing with the fear of abandonment, because you, in that betrayal, did lose that person. Because not only are you losing that person because you're probably going to break up with them and leave them, but you're also losing the person that you thought that they were. Like, for example, in my past, I didn't know that this person would do that to me. I thought, no, that person, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do that to me. He would be an idiot. He would be so stupid to cheat on me. Like, he would be so stupid. You have a fear of abandonment because you were once with somebody who is completely somebody else, and then they did something to show you their true colors. So now that visage that you had of them before is now gone. It's no longer there because now you're seeing the true them under all of the, all of the amazing qualities and their maybe attractiveness is now they look ugly to you because it's like what they're capable of doing to you and how they hurt you. You're no longer seeing them for what you thought they were. You're seeing them for who they really are, which is very scary. And I can tell you, like, once you see someone for their true colors and who they really are, if they're a fake phony person that ended up like cheating on you or doing something horrible to you, or maybe completely lying to you about something that was a really big deal, that was a deal breaker for you, once you see the truth, it's like, oh, I see you for who you really are now. And it's not pretty. It's not cute. It's not pretty. It's ugly. It's gross. Like that's literally how people will look when they lose their shine, they lose their sparkle because they completely wronged you. So you have a fear of abandonment. So not fearing that people will leave you, rather fearing you will lose someone because they betrayed you. Not that they're gonna leave you, like they're gonna break up with you and leave you. It's like you just fear that they're gonna be someone else that they're not. Like to this day, it's like, yes, I trust my boyfriend, I love him very much, but are there some times where sometimes I'll have like this little fear in my head of like, oh my God, what if he's not who he says he is? But it doesn't last for long because obviously I'm able to combat those thoughts and I have matured and healed, although I still am healing to this day, because once you get into a healthy relationship after being betrayed or after being cheated on, you have a lot to learn. You have a lot to grow from, because once you're in a place that's healthy, it's like your body's like, wait, what is this? This is healthy. I can trust this. But then it's like, oh, but remember before when you're trusting? Remember before when you trusted somebody and they completely hurt you and cheated on you? Do you remember before when you never, ever, ever thought twice that someone would cheat on you? You never worried that somebody would cheat on you. And now you know that people are capable of doing that. So now you have to be a little bit like wary, like, wait, wait, where did they go again? Wait, who did they say they were going with? I mean, maybe not necessarily to that extent, but I definitely could have a thought sometime of like, wait, don't be too trusting, or don't be, don't get too caught up in your feelings. Like, don't be too in love with them. They might hurt you. But it's like, obviously, no matter what your mind says, you're still gonna love that person and you're still gonna, be in the relationship and whatever. But you might have these thoughts that come up and it's annoying. It's very stressful because you're like, wait a minute, I'm not with that person that I was with before. I'm not with that horrible person. I'm with this new, great, amazing person, but yet I'm being haunted from the past of this betrayal that's now, coming up again. Because now it's like, oh, living with someone again, loving someone again, being with someone again, sharing that part of you with someone again. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Your brain's like, this is familiar. Obviously, it's way better, but this is familiar because now we're getting close to someone again. What if they hurt me? Because your brain is now familiar with getting close to people and then they hurt or disappoint you. And how are you supposed to relax and accept like true, real love and accept that they're being honest with you if you've dealt with only being hurt in the past? Even if you've only dealt with being hurt one time, that one time can be enough to alter your future relationships. I wrote a few things down from a TED Talk that I watched. So it was by Dr. Debbie Silber. You couldn't brace yourself because you never saw it coming. You didn't have your guard up because you thought you were safe. It never crossed your mind that the person you loved, you trusted, you felt safe with would ever hurt you. And something that I want to take away from here is you didn't have your guard up because you thought you were safe. Now, in the past, when I didn't have my guard up because I thought I was safe, I never thought that I was going to get cheated on. I didn't have my guard up. I had my guard completely down, almost all the way down. Let's not say completely down, because I feel like I've never really had my guard completely down with anybody, just because I feel like it's always been a little bit there. But with this person, it was definitely like almost all the way down. And because of that, I thought that I was safe. But in reality, I wasn't. So what is that going to teach me? What is that going to teach you? Sorry, my cat's like trying to go in this drawer. It's going to teach you that when you have your guard down and you feel safe, you're going to wish that you just kept your guard up because of what happened to you. My cat is trying to go in this drawer. Blue, no. It never crossed your mind that the person you loved would hurt you. It never crossed your mind. Like, it never, ever, guys, crossed my mind that somebody would ever cheat on me. It never crossed my mind until it happened to me. Until it happened to me did I go, wait, like, this is something that I should have been worrying about? This is something that I should have been thinking about? Like, what? This is why was this something that I should have been thinking about? Like, this is something that I should have been worried about. This is something I should have been like checking up on, because I've never been the type to like look in anyone's phone or check their stuff or look at their like social media. I never was like that type of girl. And when I found out that this person cheated on me, it just popped up in front of my eyes on their laptop when I went to go watch a movie. I did not go looking. I did not go digging. I did not go anything. It popped up right in front of my face. That's how much I trusted, because I never ever went looking for anything, because I didn't think that there would be anything to really find. So it kind of makes me think now, like, oh, should I be somebody that like checks stuff? Should I be somebody that looks into things more, spends more of my time and energy looking at stuff? But that's just not me. I'm just not that kind of person. I don't have that in me to be like, what is this person doing? It's like, I have too much time to be doing other things and to be worrying about what someone else is doing. So luckily, like, I don't sit here thinking about that now. Like with my partner now, I'm not like, oh, I need to go look at his phone. Oh, I need to go look at his social media. Oh, I need to go look at that. You know, I don't really do that. But at the same time, there are times where it crosses my mind where I'm like, oh, should I be doing that? Should I be asking more questions? Should I be looking? Should I be more suspicious? You know, because I wasn't suspicious enough before, and like, look what happened. But it's like, no, that is going to let the old betrayal affect your new relationship. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the betrayal away from the new relationship or from your new life and your new happiness. Even if you're single, we're trying to get that betrayal away from your life now, because that was in the past. You don't need to keep thinking about it and living with it in the present moment, because then it's taking away from your present moment and your present happiness. Whether you're single or you're with someone now who's amazing, and now it's like you don't get to enjoy that person because now you're thinking about the past. So you want to separate those two. Another thing I wrote down that Debbie said was, you gave your heart, love, loyalty, and trust. Then one day you came across a painful discovery that gets tattooed on your mind and your heart. Like, they took a mask off. You question everything. Life will never be the same. So it is. It's like they took a mask off and you question everything. Like, was this even real? Did they ever love me? Did they cheat on me more than once? What else are they lying about? Are they even genuine? Like, what's going on? Like, even like not even that long ago, it crossed my mind, because you know, it's a betrayal and it still will come up sometimes. And I randomly was thinking, like, did I get cheated on more than once? And then I'm like, no, that's not even important, because I'm not in that situation anymore. And if that did happen, oh well. I don't think it did, but like, I don't want to think about that. And I'm sure you don't either. I'm sure that you know, there's people out there that have been cheated on that now are in a healthy relationship. And it's like, you'll get like a random thought of a random memory of like, oh wait, like, oh my God, like something will happen maybe in your life right now where maybe your partner comes home late from work or something. And then you think, oh my God, like my ex who cheated on me came home late, hours late from work. And, you know, he just said he was working extra late or working on something. And now I'm wondering, like, did I get cheated on more than once? And then you're like, dang, that sucks. And then you're sitting there like thinking about it. And it's like, I don't want either of us to be thinking about these people that have betrayed us that don't deserve 1% of our brain or mind to be thinking about the past. There are 3 different discoveries that Debbie came up with, and one was betrayal is different from other losses. Post-betrayal transformation is the way you heal. 2, go through 5 stages of healing. We've been taught time heals all wounds, but that's not true. People feel betrayal long after. She did a study where she found out that 67% of people who've dealt with betrayal, it prevents them from forming deep relationships. And then 84% don't have the ability to trust. I totally resonate with this, the 67% preventing them to form deep relationships, because it's hard to want to build a deep relationship when you're used to somebody screwing it up, when you're used to someone cheating, lying, or ruining it, or betraying you to where you see their true colors and you have to leave. Even to this day, it is hard for me. To this day, I could look at my boyfriend, I know I love him, I know he's great, whatever, fantastic, amazing. But at the end of the day, it's like, are there moments where sometimes I feel like I'm not as free as I'd like to feel. I'm not letting go as much as I would like to. I feel like I could let go more. I feel like there is a little bit of a guard still up. I feel like, you know, with not even just my relationship, but with other people, like friendships, romantic relationships, I feel like my betrayal has prevented me from getting close to people as close as I'd like to get. In certain, you know, friendships or relationships, I feel like it's hard to want to form these deep relationships because it's like, yeah, I can form it and I could be deep and I could be real, but at the end of the day, I wonder if the other person is being real. I wonder if the other person is being honest. I wonder if the other person is really who they say they are, and if they're not fake, or if they're actually really a real person, or you know what I mean? It's like you almost expect the worst from people because that is what you're used to receiving. And if you've received it only one time, that one time of somebody who you thought that you can trust and that you were close to completely betrays you, it messes with you in all of your other relationships, because now you're starting to look at people like, I know what people are capable of doing. I know that people are capable of looking you dead in the eye and saying that they love you and that they want to be with you forever and cheat on you. I know what it's like to have somebody be around you after they knowingly cheated on you, come back home, give you a kiss, act like everything is fine, not act like anything even happened. That's insane. And when you deal with that, when you deal with knowing that your partner came home after cheating on you and acted like everything was fine for months before you find out that they cheated on you, knowing in that time frame that you're sitting there being the best partner that you can be while this person is just playing pretend and they cheated on you and they're trying to act normal so then you don't find out, is insane to me. It makes you look back and go, I feel so bad for myself that I was walking around like being this genuine person and loving somebody while they were completely playing in my face. That's insane. Like, no wonder that 84% of people like don't have the ability to trust again, because it's like, even though like my situation happened a few years ago, trusting people is honestly, I feel like, I don't know, it's weird because I feel like I can trust people like I can look at someone and be like, yeah, they seem like a trustworthy person, and I feel like I'm pretty good in that regard. But at the end of the day, since I've had that like bite me in the ass before, it's like now when I look at people, I'm like, yeah, I trust them, but but I also don't know what they're capable of. And that's just the facts. Somebody can act one way to your face and a whole different way behind your back. You'd be surprised the way that people act when they don't know that you're there. If somebody that you love and that you think that you can trust and that, you know, you think that they're this great person, it's like, but once they're alone, once they are by themselves, once they're in a place that they don't think that you would ever like find them, you would never find out, no one would ever know, no one's there, you know, they're around somebody that they are very attracted to, they had a few drinks, like what do you think is gonna happen? Like, hello? It's like, and can you imagine if like that whole situation was like recorded, like if you're whoever who is on the other side of the screen, if you've been cheated on, imagine if that situation was recorded and you had to see it on camera and you had to watch it back and see how different the person that comes home to you and says that they love you, see how different they acted when they thought that you would never find out or never see them in this circumstance, like acting like a whole different person, like acting like you don't exist. And you're just like, that's not the person who tells me that they love me every day. That's literally a whole other person, like acting disgusting. Like, it's crazy to me that people could act that different when they are not around someone, when they think that they're not going to get caught. How different people can act is scary. And I've seen it with other people in my life where like I see how they act one way in front of their partner, and then I see how they act one way when they're not with their partner, and I'm like, this is actually embarrassing. Like, this is actually embarrassing for you. Like, what are you doing? But we can't undo our betrayal. We can transform how it affects us. So rebuild your house, rebuild yourself. Trauma is the setup for transformation. When you heal, you can open your heart up again, trust again, and love again. And I 100% agree. When you open up your heart again, that's when you can heal. That's when you can trust and that's when you can love again. But you have to be able and be willing to open up your heart again. For example, like after this situation happened with me getting cheated on, I was single for a year. I completely spent a lot of time with myself, rebuilding my own like peace within myself, deciding on what I really want in a partner, what is a deal breaker for me, finding out my boundaries, finding out what I can and cannot deal with. And it truly did transform me because I became a lot different just in my approach to dating and like my approach to what types of people I would surround myself with and what type of, you know, men I would even consider speaking to changed completely after that situation. So I think that it definitely like raised the bar, and I feel like I actually knew what I was looking for. And when I was talking to people, if I thought, oh yeah, maybe they would be a good boyfriend or maybe I could see myself dating them, I would, you know, there's certain things that I would ask or certain things that I would look for that would signify that they could be a trusting person. And I would just pick up on every little tiny thing and be more observant and more careful and more, you know, listen more when I ask questions and really listen to the answers and the body language and everything. And even then, it's like, then, you know, you pick your partner, you pick someone that you want to be in a relationship with, and it's like, learning how to completely open up your heart again is the only way, because you have to be vulnerable, you have to be honest, you have to be real. Like with my partner now, I tell him all the time, like if I'm feeling a certain way, I let him know, which isn't even that often. It's like, it's really not that often, but let's say I'm just feeling weird. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit weird today. I just need like some words of affirmation. I just need a little reassurance. I just need a little like something. And it's not, that's not me being needy. That's not you being needy. That's not you being insecure, because I'm very confident in myself, and I'm sure you are too. It's just about knowing that you can trust them, knowing that they're who they are, who they say they are. When someone comes through for you again and again and again, especially when it's not something that's benefiting them, that's kind of how you can start to see that someone is a true, honest, real person when they do something not for their own benefit, for the benefit of you over and over again. And when they come through for you over and over again, and when they reassure you, when they can tell that you need it, when they do the little things, when they pick up on the way that you are feeling, and they know when something is wrong and when you're feeling off, and they come through for you, that is when you know that you can actually trust somebody. And that's kind of how I feel right now with my relationship. Is I feel like I can trust my partner for those reasons. But at the same time, of course, it is hard to completely have my guard fully down, and that's something that I am working on. And I know that eventually I will get there, but I think it's just something that you have to work through when you've gone through betrayal, because you can't keep letting it come up, because it will interfere with your current happiness, and your current happiness deserves to be happy. So I watched another TED Talk. Hi, Blue. I watched another TED Talk by Holly Kenley. She talked about how betrayal was the loss of self. She said, betrayal is not like grief. Betrayal involves loss of self, buried in shame, loss of innocence and identity, loss of role and reputation, loss of being seen and heard. So I like the loss of innocence, because I agree with that one. Like, I feel like when you truly believe someone and love someone and believe everything they say, you're you are kind of innocent in that, because you're like, oh yeah, I believe them. Yeah, yeah, people are good people. Yeah, people that say they love you. People that tell you that they're gonna be somewhere and they're there, they're really being honest. It's like you do have a loss of innocence, because now you're like, wait, people lie, people cheat, people will lie to your face, people will tell you they love you and then do something that completely is the opposite. People will play you like a fiddle not if you let them, even if you don't let them, people will just play you like a fiddle, because that's who they are, because they're insecure losers. That's why. And you have to know that it is them and it is not you. Holly said you go through 3 states of being: state of confusion, state of worthlessness, state of powerlessness. My life is destroyed. They get to move on. The state of confusion's for sure true. I remember when it happened to me, I was like, wait, what? Why? How is this even happening right now? What? Trying to make sense of someone else's choices. I love that she said that, trying to make sense of someone else's choices. Why would they do that to me? What caused them to do this? The thing is you can think about it and you're never gonna get the answer. Honestly, I like to say the answer is that there is no answer. They're just a shitty person. I would say 9 times out of 10, the people that cheat are very insecure and need a lot of outside validation. And they need outside validation constantly, that when you're not around, when you, the source of their validation, isn't around, they seek validation from other people. So if you're not confident and feel full within yourself, then you seek outside validation constantly. That you could be with the most amazing, beautiful girl in the world, but when she's not around to validate you, oh yeah, I can get pretty girls, oh I can get girls like that, when that's not around, then it's oh, let me go to this club, let me go to this place, oh, girls are looking at me, oh, I need their attention, oh, I have their attention, oh, now I need to do this, let's see how far I can push it. It's it could be an assortment of reasons. That's just one reason that I'm saying, but I think that's I think one of the main causes is insecurity, for sure. Things that we can do that I pulled from this TED Talk was ground yourself in your truths, which I like that she said that. Ground yourself in your truths. What kind of partner were you to this person? You're honest, you're loyal, you're real. Let go of what you can't change. okay, so I was a good partner, I was a good person, I did everything that I could. I thought, you know, the relationship was good from my end. Like, I can't change how they acted, I can't change what they did. Create change and share your story. Create change. Okay, I can't change what they did, but what I can change is I'm not going to date somebody like that. I'm going to go date someone that's way better and that actually deserves me. Share your story. Tell other people about that you got cheated on, how you got cheated on, what happened, how did it make you feel, because a lot of people have gotten cheated on and they just are too scared to share their story and talk about it because they're embarrassed, when in reality it's like the person that should be embarrassed is the person that cheated on you. And they probably are embarrassed because they're definitely not filming a video saying that they cheated on you. Surround yourself with people who value you. So only surround yourself with friends or family or people in your life that actually value you and the person that you are. I wanted to wrap up and say that anyone who has betrayed you, they will seek revenge. And it's not going to be from you, it will be from God, because God's revenge is better than yours will ever be. And I truly believe that. And people that hurt you when you've been a good person to them and honest to them and real to them, and they hurt you and they cheat on you, they will have their karma sometime in their life. And you don't even have to worry about them. The best thing that you can do is leave them and move on and date someone way better and be with someone way better. Or, you know, be by yourself and just enjoy that time with yourself. What you have to constantly remind yourself is this person that completely lied to you and betrayed you, everything that caused them to do that had nothing to do with you and had everything to do with themselves. And they have so much work to do on themselves because they don't even realize that they're the problem. But luckily, you are aware enough to leave that situation and begin working and healing yourself. And the first thing is knowing that it's not your fault. Second thing to know is also that there's nothing that you could have done to change the outcome, because they were going to do what they were going to do regardless. And you leaving them is the first step. Second step is knowing that none of it was your issue. None of it had to do with you. It all had to do with them. Third step is that there are people in this world who are real, who don't have a mask, and who are better and who are amazing when you're not around, who talk highly of you, who never forget about you, who buy you little gifts when they're not with you, when they text you, they give you reassurance, they call you, they make sure to communicate with you, they make sure to let you know that you're never asking for too much, and that will truly show up for you again and again and again, and that will over time heal the betrayal that you felt. And I sincerely hope and wish that anyone watching this video who has been dealing with betrayal, who can't escape it, who's constantly reminded of it in their present life, that it goes away, that it's wiped away from your memory, that it goes away, that it's out of your mind, that you don't need to think about it anymore, that it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them, that they're no longer in your life anymore, and you can enjoy your peace, because now you have internal peace, and now your surroundings are all peace because this person's no longer breathing up your air, taking up your space, lying and cheating and being in your circle because they don't need to be there. And now you can rest and you can relax knowing that you have a heart that is open to loving other people, and that you are going to meet somebody that is going to love you in the exact way that you deserve to be loved. And I truly, genuinely know that that is out there for you. And I know that there are good people out there for you. Although it doesn't feel that way right now, there are good people in this world that are true and honest and real. Because if you're that way, then don't you think other people would be that way? Wouldn't be very fair, would it? If you were the only real person in this world. There's a lot of other real people. You just haven't found that person yet, but they are there. Anyways, guys, I love you so much, and I thank you for everything, and I hope that this video helped you. Again, subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things. I will see you next time. Au revoir.